Welcome back to the Junius Maltby channel. We're just going to sit here and take a close look at some coins, some beautiful gold and silver coins, and use it as a moment to kind of just reflect and discuss the economy, what kind of got me into gold and silver, and we'll just kind of extemporaneously speak here and see where it brings us, what we discuss. So just take a moment, look at the coins, and welcome to the conversation, those of you who stop by here quite often. Well, I've been into coinage since I was a kid, since I did some of the first chores and first work for money, earning it. And one of the first times I ever took a job helping my dad do some work, instead of being paid in cash, dollars, or a check, I asked to be paid in silver. I don't know why. It wasn't from my parents, because neither of them collected coins. And most of my friends collected baseball cards. And for some reason, I really wanted a true and real silver coin. I had seen them, I believe. I think my grandma had some old coins laying around. That might have been where I got the inclination. But I did a job, I did some work, and I ended up getting a 1987 Silver Eagle. I really wish I still had it. It was the year that it was minted, 1987, so that's when I got it, and it was pretty incredible. I remember just going into the little drawer that I kept it in, and I would go in there and just dig around and pull that Silver Eagle out. It was the only silver coin that I had, the only real money I'd ever had or held, and it was intriguing. You know, the weight of the coin, the fact that it was pure silver, the fact that it was marked as $1 but worth more than that. At the time, silver I think was $5-6 an ounce, somewhere in there. And it kind of set me on a course to get more of those. I started collecting coins a little bit more numismatics. You know, I was getting Morgans and quarters and half dollars and learning about U.S. coinage history. And the more I dug, the more I read on it, and you know, little coin collecting books and guides, and going to coin shows and coin shops and just hanging out and talking. The more I learned about this colorful, incredible history of coinage and the history of money, which eventually in line led me to, you know, the more you're interested in this, the more you can follow this path. I went on to learn more about economics. As time went on, you know, I kind of put it on the wayside. I didn't put as much effort into collecting coins, and you know, I got older and had other priorities, school, education, other things, jobs, you know. But it was always there in the back of my mind, and but it kind of went on the back burner, the far back burner, I guess you could say. And as time went on, when I got older, got out of school, started working again. I guess there was an in-between point, kind of in between high school and college area. When I was working a little bit, I was able to put some money away in gold back in 1999. And for any of you who know that year, Brown's down, I was scoring gold back then at anywhere from $260 an ounce to $300, I think at the most back then. So it was a pretty incredible time, an incredible buying opportunity for anyone who was interested in getting gold back then. And it just kills me to this day to think that at one point I was looking at, you know, walk into a shop and you could look at a 10th ounce of gold and it was like $30, $26. So then I stopped. I pretty much abandoned it altogether, and I sold most of that gold, basically all of it. I had a zero balance. I mean, I got rid of all my metals sometime in college, I'm sure. And it was mostly to pay for school, education, invest in my mind, you know, so I could earn more later. and it's paid itself off for sure, definitely. And then I got out, got my job, start working, doing my career thing. You know, you're punching the clock, making bread money. And I remember I bought a tenth. No, it wasn't it wasn't a tenth. It was a quarter. I bought so this was the first gold coin that I was going to use to start replacing my hoard, my stash, my stack. And I bought a quarter ounce of gold. I went to the coin shop, walked in, and bought a quarter ounce for, I think, $93. And I was shocked. I was like, what? Man, gold's come back, hasn't it? Because, you know, I wasn't paying as much attention as I do now. I wasn't looking at the stocks and the markets and gold and silver and all this. I mean, I really didn't care. I kind of just went to sleep and let apathy take over, and which can kind of put you into a coma when it comes to news and awareness. And I was in that state that, I guess you could call it, if you're doing like the defense codes, code white, yellow, orange, and red. White being you're basically in a coma, asleep. I was in code white when it came to awareness of what's going on in the world. I just didn't care that as much. And I bought that quarter, and I think I sold it fairly soon after. I needed money. I wasn't stable enough at the time. So then I kind of got caught up in the whole mutual funds, stock market, investing for retirement, economic, the whole TD Ameritrade, day trade, tech stocks, healthcare stocks, this and that. A lot of it probably had to do with some peer pressure. You know, I was working with other people that's how they invested and that's what they talked about. And then, of course, propaganda works. You know, it's all over the news, all over the TV. Any magazine you pick up is telling you that if you're not in the stock markets, you are, you know, going to be poor and eating cat food when you're in your 50s or 60s. So I started doing that a little bit, and I tried out some healthcare stocks on a hot tip. I forget which one. It was like Pfizer and some other one in regards to some breaking covert news on some medication that was going to come out. Never occurred. And I either lost some money or made a penny or two. Had some mutual funds, some savings. I had some that were set up, and they just didn't do that well. I mean, you know, they were worth more than I put into them for sure, but I just didn't like some of the defense stocks. There's a lot about it that I didn't feel good about. It was an intangible thing. I had no control over it. Then again, I don't have any control over gold really, but I just felt it was a big the world of finance in the stock market was so powerful and shady that I just didn't trust them. To be honest with you, I did not trust the people in charge. So that brings us to about 2007. I got heavily back into metals, 06, 07. Dumped as much of my stocks and mutual funds as I could, and I changed directions completely. Started reading a lot more and going into gold and silver. And that's what brought me here to this channel. Last year I founded it, but I feel a lot better about the decisions I've made. By transitioning into metals, I was able to save a significant amount of loss, especially in light of what happened post 2008. So anyways, thanks for viewing the channel. I'll fill you in on more of it sometime, but you've got to see some of the coins, so there you go. Hope you had a good viewing experience. Thanks for being here, participating in the conversation as always, and for being part of the Junius Small P channel. Thank you.